Hey there! Have you ever wondered what really sets the wealthy apart from everyone else? Well, spoiler alert, it's not just about luck or flashy lifestyles. The truth is, the rich have certain habits, but even more important, there are things they consciously avoid. And if you're someone who dreams big and wants to unlock the secrets to financial success, paying attention to these habits might just change your life. Today, we're breaking down the 10 things wealthy people avoid at all costs. It's not just about their work ethic or investments. It's about the mindset and actions that steer them away from financial pitfalls. Trust me, there's a lot to learn here. You'll find some real eye-openers. And who knows, you might even discover a few things you're doing that are standing in the way of your goals. Before we jump in, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. You don't want to miss out on more insights and tips to help you grow, both financially and personally. All right, let's get straight into it. The secrets behind wealth await. 1. The rich never go without a mentor. When it comes to building wealth and achieving greatness, mentorship is one thing the rich never skip. Think about it. Not a single self-made millionaire or billionaire truly does it alone. Behind every success story, there's almost always someone guiding, advising, and sharing invaluable wisdom. Mentors are the secret weapons the wealthy swear by, and here's why. First, mentorship is like having a shortcut to success. When you have someone who's been where you're trying to go, you avoid a lot of unnecessary mistakes. They've already learned the hard lessons, so you don't have to. That's why a staggering 93% of wealthy people give credit to their mentors as one of the biggest factors in their success. It's not just about avoiding missteps, though. Mentors inspire, motivate, and often challenge you to think bigger than you might on your own. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He didn't become one of the greatest investors of all time overnight. He had Benjamin Graham, his mentor, guiding him along the way. Buffett openly credits Graham's teachings and philosophies for shaping the incredible career he has today. That's the power of having someone in your corner who knows the ropes. The rich know that trying to figure everything out solo can burn time, money, and energy. That's why they invest in mentorship early and often. Whether it's through one-on-one relationships, hiring coaches, or simply learning from those who've done it already, the wealthy surround themselves with experienced minds. If you want to break into the world of financial success, the lesson here is clear. Find a mentor who can guide you toward your goals. 2. The rich never stay in the same place. If there's one thing the wealthy absolutely refuse to do, it's getting too comfortable. While many people settle for mediocrity after reaching their goals, the rich are wired differently. For them, being stagnant is simply not an option. They don't just aim for the top, they aim for what's beyond the top. Even when they achieve something incredible, they push themselves to dream bigger, think bolder, and accomplish even more. What separates them is their hunger for growth. Where others might stop and celebrate, the wealthy see milestones as checkpoints, not finish lines. They immediately set their sights on the next goal, constantly raising the bar for themselves. Their ambition doesn't allow them to sit still or settle. They understand that the moment you stop growing, you start falling behind. That's why, even in the face of success, they remain unsatisfied. Complacency simply isn't part of their vocabulary. But it's not just about ambition. The rich understand that progress depends on adaptability. They know the world is changing at lightning speed, and if they don't evolve with it, they'll get left behind. Sticking to the same place or mindset in a rapidly shifting world is the fastest way to failure. That's why they're always learning, pivoting, and exploring new avenues. Whether it's investing in emerging technologies, expanding their businesses into new markets, or acquiring knowledge in different industries. The lesson here, if you want to emulate the wealthy, you can't afford to stand still. Staying in one place might feel safe, but it also keeps you stuck. To climb the ladder of success, you have to keep moving, keep adapting, and keep seeking more. Remember, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. 3. The rich never waste time on mindless entertainment. Here's a hard truth the wealthy live by. Time is their most valuable currency. While most people are quick to spend their hours binge-watching shows, playing video games, or endlessly scrolling on their phones, the rich simply don't have time for that. It's not that they don't enjoy relaxing or having fun, it's that they've learned to prioritize what truly matters. Every single minute is accounted for, because every single minute has the potential to get them closer to their goals. You won't catch them wasting hours in front of the TV or hopping from one bar to another. That's not how they think. Instead, they're focused on activities that bring them value. This could mean attending networking events, joining high-level business forums, or even engaging in strategic leisure, like golf or dinners with influential people. These moments aren't just about having fun. They're opportunities to connect, learn, and grow in ways that could lead to their next big breakthrough. It's not that the rich never relax. It's that their downtime serves a purpose. Where many people escape into mindless entertainment, the wealthy unwind in ways that enhance their skills, broaden their network, or protect their mental and physical health. They view television, video games, and social media as distractions that eat away at time without offering anything in return. To them, these are traps to be avoided at all costs. The result? They stay laser-focused on their bigger picture. They know how precious their time is, and they won't trade it for temporary distractions. If you want to adopt this mindset, start questioning how you're spending your free time. Could those hours on Netflix be spent building a new skill? Could that mindless scrolling be traded for brainstorming new ideas? If time is money, then wasting it is the quickest way to stay broke. 4. The rich never allow fear to dictate their lives. Fear is the death of progress, and the wealthy know this all too well. If they gave in to fear, they'd never take the bold risks that lead to massive rewards. While fear can paralyze the average person, the rich have mastered the art of feeling the fear and pushing forward anyway. They understand that success demands risk, and with risk comes uncertainty. But letting fear control your actions guarantees one thing: failure by inaction. What makes them different is their mindset. Rather than allowing fear to hold them back, they use it as motivation. Fear of failure drives them to prepare better, work harder, and outthink the competition. Fear of staying stagnant pushes them to aim higher and take chances others won't. They're not reckless with risk. They take calculated steps and understand that failure is just a stepping stone on the road to success, not the end. Warren Buffett didn't build his fortune by sitting on the sidelines, afraid to invest. Elon Musk didn't create world-changing companies by playing it safe. The rich know that every opportunity comes with a degree of uncertainty. But they also know the biggest rewards go to those daring enough to take the leap. This doesn't mean they're immune to fear. It means they refuse to let it dictate their lives. While most people are stuck in their comfort zones, scared of what might go wrong, the wealthy are outside those zones, building the future they want. They understand failure is part of the process and are willing to face it head-on, because the alternative, never trying at all, is far scarier. If you want to succeed, you have to adopt this mindset. Acknowledge the fear, but don't give it control. Boldness is what sets achievers apart from dreamers. 5. The rich never allow money to sit idle. If there's one rule the wealthy swear by, it's this: money sitting idle is money wasted. Unlike the average person who parks their savings in a bank account and lets it collect a meager interest, the rich know that idle cash is a missed opportunity. They are relentless in ensuring every dollar they own works as hard as they do. Here's why the wealthy take this approach. Money lying dormant in a bank account mostly benefits the banks, not the account holder. The interest they pay you is minimal compared to the profit they earn by using your funds elsewhere. The rich understand this game and would never allow their money to stay stagnant. Instead, they actively funnel those funds into high-yield investments such as real estate, stocks, mutual funds, startups, or other appreciating assets that provide significant returns over time. For example, rather than letting $10,000 sit in a savings account earning mere pennies in interest, the wealthy might invest it in a diversified stock portfolio or in buying property that generates rental income. They realize that money has to move and grow to build wealth. This kind of proactive approach ensures they win the wealth accumulation game over the long term. Why don't more people adopt this mindset? Well, it often boils down to fear or a lack of financial literacy. Many people would rather keep their savings safe in the bank, out of fear of losing money in the stock market or other investments. But the wealthy know that playing it safe doesn't lead to success. They educate themselves, seek advisors, and take calculated risks to grow their wealth. The lesson here is clear. If your money isn't working for you, it's working for someone else. Take control and make it grow. Says, the rich never waste money. Here's the truth about the rich that might surprise you. They are incredibly careful with how they spend. Despite what social media might show you, true wealth is rarely about blowing money on flashy cars or extravagant jewelry. Those things may look glamorous, but seasoned millionaires understand that reckless spending is the quickest path to financial ruin. The wealthy value every dollar they've earned because they know how much effort and sacrifice went into building their fortune. They rarely spend just for the sake of showing off. Instead, they channel their resources into things that truly matter, such as investments, personal growth, and experiences that add long-term value to their lives. Even when they indulge in luxury items, they do so strategically, often tying those purchases to opportunities for further gains, such as networking or business visibility. What sets established wealthy individuals apart is their ability to differentiate between what's frivolous and what's a smart financial move. They avoid debt traps, know how to live below their means when necessary, and focus on increasing their net worth rather than draining it. This contrasts sharply with what you might see among the new rich, who often prioritize the appearance of wealth with lavish lifestyles that end up being unsustainable. But don't get it wrong, the rich do enjoy their lives. The difference lies in their approach. For example, they'd much rather spend $10,000 on a workshop that improves their skills or a business coach who helps them grow their company than on a designer watch. They understand the importance of investments over instant gratification. This mindset of moderation and foresight is one of the biggest reasons why their wealth compounds over time. Learn from them by asking yourself before every major purchase, is this an investment in my future, or is it just an expense? Once you shift to that mentality, your financial situation will start changing too. 7. The rich never go without setting goals. Ask any successful person about their habits, and one theme will always stand out: their obsession with setting goals. The rich never leave things to chance. They don't stumble through life, hoping things will fall into place. Instead, they are intentional about where they want to go and how they plan to get there. Goal setting is their North Star, driving every decision and action. But it's not just about having goals. It's about having clear, specific, and measurable objectives. For the wealthy, goals aren't vague dreams, like, I want to be rich someday. Instead, they're detailed plans, like I'm going to increase my net worth by 20% within the next year, by launching a new product line and investing in 3 income-generating properties. This level of clarity gives them direction and fuels their determination. What makes goal setting so effective? First, it keeps them laser-focused. When you know exactly what you're working toward, distractions become easier to ignore. Second, goals provide accountability. Many wealthy individuals maintain daily or weekly to-do lists that align with their objectives. These lists act as a constant reminder of what needs to be done to stay on track. It's this relentless focus on execution that separates them from those who merely dream. But they don't stop at personal goals. The rich extend this habit into their businesses. Vision and mission statements are non-negotiable for any successful organization. They provide a roadmap for teams to follow and ensure everyone is working toward the same objectives. Whether it's scaling a company, entering a new market, or improving operational efficiency, these goals drive progress. If you want to think and act like the rich, start by becoming intentional about your path. Set specific goals, break them down into actionable steps, and track your progress. Remember, no one builds an empire by accident. It starts with a clear vision and the determination to bring it to life. 8. The rich never carry debts they can't control. If there's one relationship the rich have mastered, it's the one with debt. Unlike many people who drown in credit card balances and high-interest loans, the wealthy treat debt like a double-edged sword. They avoid bad debt like the plague and only take on loans that are strategic, calculated, and work in their favor. For the rich, losing financial ground because of lingering debt simply isn't an option. What exactly does this mean? First off, they're meticulous about avoiding unnecessary credit card debt. The idea of leaving a balance unpaid especially one that will rack up crippling interest, is practically unthinkable for them. They pay their bills in full every month and monitor their spending carefully. If they notice they're approaching financial trouble, they cut back immediately, redirecting their focus toward maintaining their stability. But it doesn't stop there. Wealthy individuals also understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. A mortgage on a cash-generating property, that's the kind of debt they're willing to take on because it leads to long-term wealth. High-interest credit card debt for an impulse purchase, that's something they avoid completely. They understand that bad debt does more than drain your bank account. It puts a cap on your ability to grow wealth. This discipline is key to their stability. They don't allow themselves to fall into the trap of overspending, even when they have the money to cover it. They view debt as a potential financial pitfall that can snowball if not managed properly. This is a mindset we can all learn from. Build the habit of tracking your expenses and sticking to a budget. Pay off your high-interest debts as quickly as possible and think twice before taking on new ones. The path to wealth starts with controlling your financial risks, not ignoring them. 9. The rich never stop learning. One of the most inspiring traits of the wealthy is their insatiable thirst for knowledge. They don't just learn to achieve success, they learn to sustain and grow it. For them, education doesn't end with a degree or reaching a milestone. Instead, they are lifelong students, constantly seeking new skills, insights, and information to stay ahead in their careers and in life. This proactive approach to learning is what sets them apart. While others may grow content with what they already know, the rich actively invest in their personal development. They read books, attend workshops, join masterminds, and participate in forums to refine their expertise. Most of the world's wealthiest individuals, from Bill Gates to Elon Musk, attribute much of their success to their commitment to continuous learning. Bill Gates, for instance, reportedly reads around 50 books a year, believing that reading broadens understanding and sparks new ideas. But it's not just about gaining knowledge for the sake of it. The rich are highly intentional about what they learn. They focus on skills and insights that can directly impact their businesses, investments, or personal lives. They also understand failure as part of growth. When they stumble, they use it as an opportunity to reevaluate, adapt, and try again. For them, every mistake is a lesson in disguise. The real takeaway here: if you want to build wealth, you need to adopt a student-for-life mentality. Seek out knowledge that's relevant to your goals. Read books, listen to podcasts, or take courses that give you an edge in your field. And most importantly, don't shy away from failure. Growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone and continuously push your boundaries. 10. The rich never surround themselves with unsupportive people. One harsh truth about building wealth: who you spend your time with matters a lot. The wealthy understand this better than anyone. That's why they're extremely mindful of the company they keep. They don't waste their time with toxic, negative, or unmotivated people. Instead, they intentionally build relationships with individuals who inspire, challenge, and elevate them. This may sound harsh, but there's a practical reason for it. Wealthy individuals understand that the people around you can influence your mindset, habits, and decisions. If your circle is filled with unmotivated people or those who drain your energy, you're far less likely to stay focused on your goals. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with ambitious, driven, and optimistic individuals creates an environment where success feels achievable, even inevitable. This concept often means making difficult decisions about relationships. The rich sometimes drift away from old friends or acquaintances because their lives have taken different paths. It's not about pride or arrogance, it's about alignment. Their new circles are filled with people who share their goals, values, and drive for success. These connections also open doors to fresh opportunities, valuable insights, and collaborations that can propel them further. Building a strong and positive network isn't just about socializing, it's a strategy. The rich seek mentors, business partners, and peers who inspire continuous growth. They attend high-level events, join exclusive groups, and make it a point to connect with people who are where they want to be. They know that in the right company, they'll find the motivation and resources to keep climbing. The lesson here: take a look at your own circle. Are the people around you supportive of your dreams, or are they holding you back? Building wealth isn't just about making money, It's also about putting yourself in an environment that encourages your growth. Choose your circle carefully, because the right relationships can make all the difference.